For 30 days, I tried Steve Jobs' most famous philosophy, say no. But I didn't just say no to parties, distractions, or other people. I started saying no to myself. No to laziness, no to skipping my workout, no to wasting time, no to that voice in my head saying, you can do it tomorrow. And honestly, day one was easy. I was motivated. But by day three, my brain was basically asking me, bro, why are we doing this? But I kept going. And somewhere around day 20, something completely unexpected happened. Saying no stopped feeling like discipline and started feeling normal. This is what happened. Before the challenge, I felt like a robot. Before these 30 days, I didn't really feel like I was controlling my life. I would wake up, go through the day, use my phone, do some things, waste some time, and suddenly the day was over. I didn't even know where the hours went. It felt like my life was being controlled by everything around me. And honestly, I felt like a robot. So I decided to test one simple idea. What if I started saying no to everything that was making me worse? Not just people, not just parties, myself. What say no really meant the hardest person to say no to was me. I started following a simple routine. Wake up at 5 a.m., meditation, shower, workout, study, football, eat properly, learn something valuable. And most importantly, I followed the routine even when I didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like studying? No, study anyway. Didn't feel like working out? No, work out anyway. Feeling lazy? No, get up. Want to waste an hour doing something meaningless? No. And if someone consistently brought negativity into my life or added no real value, I learned to say no to that too. But I quickly realized something. The hardest person to say no to wasn't everyone else. It was me. Day 1 versus day 3. Motivation disappeared. Day 1 felt amazing. I had motivation. I felt excited. I thought, this is it. I'm changing my life. Then came day 3, and suddenly my brain wanted to negotiate. Take a break. You worked yesterday. Study tomorrow. You deserve some rest. And that's when I understood something important. Motivation wasn't going to save me because motivation comes and goes. So instead of asking myself, do I feel like doing this? I started asking, did I decide to do this? If the answer was yes, I did it. There were days when other work made it impossible to complete everything, but I didn't use that as an excuse to completely give up. If I missed something, I came back the next day and put in the work again, and I kept going. Day 20, the weird thing that happened. Then I reached around day 20, and something changed. The routine that had felt difficult at the beginning started feeling normal. Getting up early wasn't a huge battle anymore. Working out wasn't something I had to constantly convince myself to do. Studying became part of my day. Playing football became part of my day. Taking care of myself became part of my day. And that's when I realized maybe discipline isn't always about forcing yourself harder. Sometimes it's about repeating something so consistently that your brain stops treating it like a battle. The things that once felt painful started becoming things I actually enjoyed. I started enjoying challenging myself, and saying no became easier. What actually changed? The cost of saying no. After 30 days, I noticed some changes. My mindset became more logical. I started understanding the value of time. I developed this feeling that I didn't want to waste another day. I wasn't just thinking about my ambitions anymore, I was actually doing something about them. And I felt a stronger connection between my mind and my body. But there was a cost. Some friends started saying, bro, you don't meet us anymore. Some people thought I had developed an attitude, but there was a difference between becoming arrogant and becoming selective. I wasn't trying to become better than everyone else. I was trying to become better than the person I was 30 days ago. And only I knew what was actually happening inside those 30 days. The bigger lesson, what are you saying yes to? And this is probably the biggest thing I learned. Your life isn't only shaped by what you say yes to, it's also shaped by everything you have the courage to say no to. No to distraction, no to meaningless validation, no to excuses, no to wasting your potential, no to becoming the person you don't want to be. And maybe that's what Steve Jobs' philosophy really teaches us. You can't say yes to everything because every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So here's my challenge for you. For the next 30 days, look at your own life. Find the things that are making you worse and start saying no to them. And if you want, come back to this video every day and tell me how your day went in the comments. We'll see what happens after 30 days because maybe the life you want doesn't require you to do more. Maybe it requires you to finally say no to what is holding you back.